man.
Look at us today.
Perfect. We just need rainy days.
We have them.
Yep.
And I'm not complaining. I like the rain.
I do too, although yesterday was gorgeous.
It was nice.
So pretty.
It was.
Bob and I went on a walk, and
Nice.
and then what else did we do? Oh, I picked up poop in the yard. That doesn't sound too
I
exciting.
did that too. No, that is one of my nice day activities is cleaning up the poop in the yard.
Sun's out, time to clean up
We
poop.
have so many common hobbies, really. Knitting and poop cleaning.
We're such fun, adventuresome girls.
If you're looking for a good time, you're not sure what to do, just contact us.
That's
We'll
right,
throw
we'll
some
give you
ideas
some
at you. So hi, welcome to our
my
channel.
goodness. Yes, I'm Leslie.
I'm Michelle. The
Those are
naughty
the
nitwit.
annoying dogs.
Oh my gosh. Oh, so.
Oh, it's Osa. Never mind.
Yeah, it's
We
not
like
quite as
Oso.
annoying. Stop it.
He's being very protective of
He's
we
like,
don't know what.
You know Chihuahuas. If you know Chihuahuas, I don't need to say anything more.
Right. They have such personality.
They do. They do.
Yes. So
Anyway.
fun. My
So,
eyes
yeah.
gonna keep watering the whole time.
Oh, how come?
Because when I laugh, I look like I'm crying. So I keep I have to keep wiping my eyeballs.
Well, should I give you something to cry about?
Maybe
you'll stop.
Maybe it'll get it all out.
I
Maybe
was
I need a
thinking
good cry.
you need that opposite, like
right.
if laughing makes you cry, maybe if I tell you something tragic, you will dry right up.
It's really snowing right now.
Oh boy.
So I'll be spending the week at Michelle's.
That would be so awesome. We would have so much fun.
Slumber party time. Oh, that'd be fun.
When I was telling Michael, because we had this snow forecast and I was so excited.
Yes, me too.
But then I was like, well, if it does snow, then Leslie won't be able to come out, but I just want it to snow.
Yes.
And Michael was like, you just want it to snow when she's here so she has to stay. Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yes, and Michael,
deny
you can
that.
go out to the shop and stay there.
Remember that bed
There's a
down
bed out there still, right?
Yep.
It's perfect.
He'd be
Perfect
fine.
setup. And he's got a pellet stove out there
Yeah,
to keep him warm.
he'd be
so he's got,
TV. He's
yes,
and
fridge.
he loves peeing outside.
Exactly.
So
It's perfect.
sounds good to
We all
me.
just stay.
I think I'm not kidding. Laugh it up. I'm totally serious. We could
Our
podcast
plan
every
has
day.
worked.
Just do a little live feed.
That's right.
Not that I know how to do
Oh my
that,
gosh, I've thought about it, but I'm like,
Have
I'm
you?
so boring and I don't even know how to do stuff.
I don't know how to do it. I see people, I'll get those little notifications, so-and-so's going live. I'm like,
If
how?
I end up doing it, it's because I accidentally figured it out.
Okay.
But I could never recreate it again
Okay.
until I stumble upon it again. So
Just
it's not something
chance
I know.
live.
Yeah, chance live. Yeah.
Works.
That's what it is. Oh my goodness.
So, maybe we should we just show this stuff so we can
it's
put it away?
beautiful. So fun.
Mary sent us, let's see, this really cute card.
Oh, so cute.
Ba la 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 la.
It's about what's going on in our brain.
On a scale of 1 to 10, you're an 11. It's not like that's the first time I've read it.
Okay.
I did
read
read it
lots
when
of
I got
times.
it.
Okay.
No, just when I got it now.
Okay, all right.
Anyway, Mary sent us some nice things.
Such sweet things.
Really nice.
Oh my gosh.
Well, do you remember, is it her daughter that dyes this yarn?
Yes, it sounds like it. Yes.
Okay, so her daughter, maybe we should verify that.
We should confirm.
My reader.
My daughters own Happy. So her daughters. So more than one.
Oh,
Happy
nice.
Mermaid Yarn Co.
Which is a great name. I love mermaid stuff.
Yes, Happy Mermaid Yarn Co. So they dyed these up for us.
Yeah.
Which was so sweet.
Really. Here's mine.
Oh yes.
So
And it's sparkly. Are you taking it out? Okay.
I'm gonna go for the crinkle.
Okay, you're gonna go for the
and
crinkle.
Just do it because
tick off everybody all at once. Right at the beginning of the
hey,
podcast.
you can have crinkling or dogs barking. You pick.
Right.
Okay. Oh, it is so pretty.
It's called Pink Martini. What's yours
Oh,
called?
nice.
That'd be nice. You want to make me a pink martini?
I have no idea what's in a martini.
I have no idea either, but I like drinking them.
I like pink.
There you go.
How about if I put
Oh, and
on
Pink
some
Martini's
pink?
a group, right?
That's true.
Yes, my
Okay.
dad has met them before.
Okay.
He-
Mine is Blue Jean Baby.
It's beautiful, and mine has a little bit of blue in it too.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
It's gorgeous.
And they
look
go
like a
really
good
good
couple.
together. Yeah.
Yes.
Like us.
I know. It's like she was thinking that. You know?
Kind of like that.
So pretty. So I don't know how long they've been around for.
I don't know.
2017.
Oh, good for you. Reading the fine print.
Reading the fine print, the tiny stuff that only I can read for now.
Yeah.
Give me some time and I won't be reading it either.
I bought
That's
these
beautiful.
little I can't wear over-the-counter readers for like knitting or reading or anything.
You have to have
Because
the
I get a
expensive
headache.
stuff. Oh.
No, seriously, I do. I get really bad headaches.
Yeah.
But my prescription ones are fine. But I got these cheapies.
Dollar Tree?
No, they're not that cheap. I ordered them online, but they're good for just the quick on and off, you know, and like in the grocery store, because then I can just throw them in my pocket. Yeah. And if something happens, I'm not out $100 and something for my, you know,
good.
or whatever. I mean, I don't even know anymore.
Yeah.
So
Very
anyway,
cute.
oh, and so then she also sent us these socks.
They're
Now, what size do you wear?
perfect. I wear like an 8 to 9.
Okay, me too.
Yeah, depends on what shoe I'm wearing and stuff.
I love these. They're size
gorgeous.
7. Although
you can cram your feet
I was
into
gonna
those.
say we can stretch these babies out, and I
so
love
cute.
these too with the multicolored heel.
But she knit them on her knitting machine.
On her machine.
But they look absolutely perfect.
They do.
Of course, because it's on a machine. My socks never look perfect.
Oh no!
But these are gorgeous. They're so pretty.
So I don't know what we're doing with them.
I don't know what we're doing either. What do you want? Which one do you want? You want the blue one?
I do really like that. It would be between these two, which are not either of those are my size.
I know.
So I would say maybe we'll just try them and
Try
see.
them on and then give away ones that have been tried on if they don't work.
Hey,
Nice. What size are you?
my feet are clean. Like a 9 to 10.
Oh
9 and a
wow!
half.
Okay, so these would be the only ones that would potentially
Well,
fit
no,
you. But we're gonna
you
try to
just said
cram
I
our
could cram
fat
my-
feet into it. We're gonna do a Cinderella. Try to cram our feet into the slipper.
It's all about length because well, whatever.
It's always about the
It's
length.
it's always about the length. Okay, so let's just.
They're so pretty.
They are.
They're like perfect.
Oh, they're so
Those,
cute.
and they're shorties, which are so cute.
And I love how the shorty is like with that back kind of.
Yes.
I need to do that when I do shorties. Like,
no, it protects your heel.
okay,
from
what
getting
pattern
blisters.
is this?
Yeah,
Or
please
how do you
tell
do
us.
that? You got to tell us because
Or we need to get a machine.
I'm not doing that because although I'd get through some of my yarn faster.
I know.
Yeah.
And it looks perfect.
It's very nice. Yeah.
They look. I was gonna say they look store bought, but nothing's looked this good store bought.
No,
So these just look gorgeous.
Except those socks that David got us with each other's faces.
Those are perfect.
I mean,
Yes, those are perfect. I can't beat
well, we'll
those.
figure this out, but they're really cute.
Yes, probably have one for a giveaway, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
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 Because I don't have, well, yeah, I was gonna say I've got Renata. I was trying to think, who do I have in my life that has small feet? Lori has small feet.
There you go.
But I mean, yeah, well, we'll figure it out.
Figure it out.
We'll let you guys know.
Those are very sweet of her.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And then some little,
I'd be curious how long it takes her to do a pair of those socks on the machine. Like, is it like 10 minutes or is it like 3 hours? You know, like what's...
I don't know.
Yeah, I'd be curious because, man, that's like...
I know there's a
you
lot
could
of people
knock
that could.
out.
You
know,
could.
as a gift to somebody.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's really pretty.
It is.
Are they thicker right here too?
Yeah, it's like doubled. Yeah.
That is crazy.
We really want to know that pattern. That's really,
yes.
I
It's like
like
double thickness right there, which is perfect for if you're wearing boots or whatever. Yeah. That's the problem I've been having lately walking the dogs every day is if I don't wear high enough socks in the back, I always end up with a blister no matter what shoes I wear.
Oh, no.
You know? So
Really?
it's like I always have to like make sure I've got good thick socks on and
Yeah, blisters aren't good.
not fun.
Do you want to show the little onesies she sent?
Oh yes, and then she sent these cute onesies for I was gonna say Maggie. Gwenny.
Well, that's the name that came to my head too.
I know. Having two babies so close together.
Yeah.
Every princess needs a little sparkle.
Oh, so
Cute
cute.
onesie. And this one was Dumbo on it.
And I guess since we're big princesses, that's why we need lots of sparkle.
There you go. Of course. So
Nice.
thank you. That was super sweet. And
It
she'll
was.
probably fit into this right now, even though
Cool.
she's like, I think she's 8 weeks now. 8 or 9 weeks
She a
old.
big girl?
She is. She's got the rolls going
Ah.
on, which is so cute. I love it. I love it. My babies were always that way, chunky, and I just loved it.
Yeah, mine too.
Love the chunk. So thank you so much. That was super sweet.
Very nice.
Very kind.
What are you working on over there?
Well, can I show what I finished first?
Please do.
My huge monstrosity of a sweater.
It's awesome.
Everybody who gauged watches is just going to laugh at me and be like, this is why you gauged watch.
But we've decided that doesn't really matter to us.
Well, and usually my sweaters fit better than this. So this was kind of a surprise. But I kind of did wonder because I kept having to buy more yarn. I was like, shouldn't this be done by now? Like, this is
you were
really
factoring
crazy.
in that whole COVID weight gain.
I guess so, yes.
Oh,
Which
that makes
yeah,
sense.
makes a lot of sense. So this is the campsite. No, it's not the campsite. This is the second time I've knit this sweater. It's the Pearl Bee, the sweatshirt sweater. And I mean, I don't know if it's because I started knitting this a long time ago, put it aside, and then picked it back up, determined to finish it, and I maybe forgot which size I was doing. I don't know, but I circled it.
Okay.
The other thing I was wondering if it could be is that this calls for Swan's Island worsted, which I was going to do this before I came here and I forgot. And I can't remember if piece fleece, if this is worsted. Yeah, it's worsted. So they're both worsted. So that doesn't matter then. So I must have just picked the wrong size and my gauge was off.
Well, you know, sometimes you just don't really know what. Oh, but you did knit it before.
I did knit it before and it fit perfect.
Okay.
But I will say I washed this and it was taking forever to dry. My floor was soaked. It was like, because it's so thick and, you know, holds the water. Had it in front of the wood stove to try to dry it. Finally, I tossed it in the dryer, which that's what shrunk my last one. So I was kind of freaking out, but I just did it in like 5-minute increments and kept checking. And it was fine. Now I'm like thinking I probably could have just dried it in there and it would have maybe shrunk up even more. Because this thing is like...
But wouldn't you hate it if that's not what happened?
Well, I mean...
Well, okay, maybe
it has lots of room to shrink.
You do have a lot of room.
It's like a dress. It goes down way below my rear end, but it is super duper warm and comfy, so I love it. I mean, it's fine. You know, I'm sure some people would like rip out the sleeve and take a couple inches off, but I'm not going to do that.
Well, it's good to have room for growth.
That's right.
For
It's not the
expansion.
kind of growth I want.
No. But you know, you don't want to have to do the thing a third time.
No, I'm not knitting it a third time. So I'll have to post some pictures on Instagram, and I'm sure I'll get a lot of feedback. That thing's huge. That thing's way too big. You didn't do a gauge swatch. So I don't
like
know.
it. But I get what you mean. It is big.
Yeah, and it doesn't look right. I mean, I'm sure people will be like, why are you posting this? It looks
No,
huge. It's a tent.
stop. It's cute.
No, it's fine. I like it, and I'll try to explain that on when I post. I know it's huge. I know it's too big, but it's very warm.
Yeah.
If I'm ever stranded anywhere and I have
And
this
you
on,
could layer it.
I could
you
layer
could
it,
fit lots of things under
but
it.
I don't know if you could because this is warm
You'd be
enough.
too
You'd
hot.
be dying.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I thought about that today. I was like, oh, maybe I should put a shirt underneath it, but I was like,
I have to
it's
keep
really
looking at the
snowing.
snow because it's
I know,
fun.
it's so pretty. I don't know if you guys can see it through the window.
Especially since we moved away from the window.
And see, a lot of people would laugh and be like, this is nothing, but for us,
Oh
we
yeah,
just get
totally.
excited.
We know that places that it actually snows, this is very funny.
And it probably won't stick.
It won't.
Because it's above freezing.
And it's
but
gonna go away soon. It'll stop. It'll just be rain again. But
it's just beautiful to watch.
we're just gonna look over our shoulder every few
So
seconds.
the fact that we're sacrificing to watch the snow to podcast is huge. It shows how
It really
important
is. It
everybody
just
is
shows
to
what
us.
givers we
That's
are.
right.
We tell you that all the time.
That's right.
One of these days we're gonna convince you.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right. Oh, what do you, have you finished anything? What do you
Well, okay, this is pathetic. But
okay.
I finished.
My sweater's pathetic, so let's move on to something else pathetic.
Oh, this is way more pathetic. My crochet blanket.
Nice.
I just decided to be done with it.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't the size that I wanted it to be, but since it is so wonky,
Yeah.
I just decided I'm done.
You done? Okay.
And it's great for a lap blanket for
Totally.
the dogs or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
So it's
So nice.
it's
See, but if you add a border to it,
I'm not
it'll,
even gonna
it'll
bother.
make it all
Nah.
good. Okay, all right.
it's like you made me that nice one. I don't need to
Okay.
do that now.
It's true. It's
This
true.
is for the dogs and me.
Yes.
And it works out great. So.
Or you can drape it on your shoulders. My
True.
huge one, I'll do that if I'm cold in the house. I'll just walk around with a big, huge blanket around my shoulders.
That's true. I could do that.
Yeah, wear it like a shawl type
Yeah,
thing.
that's true. It
Yeah.
could totally be like a shawl.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, Joyce from Ruby Moss Cottage, did you see her,
Yes.
that shawl she's crocheting that has like all those colors and just reminded me
Yeah.
of that. And I'm not a crocheter. I mean, I say that, but
You're way more of a crocheter.
I mean,
than
the pattern scares me because I'm like, I don't
Oh.
know if I could do it. Like, I don't
Right.
quite understand it, but
Following a crochet pattern would be hard.
yeah, but I wish maybe if she had a YouTube channel, maybe I could try to muddle my way through it because I think it's really pretty and a fun way to use up all your scrap yarns like those, you
Yeah.
know? So, but
So I did that, and I finished two. I only did two
balls.
balls.
I have not knit on any balls, even the
I'm
baby
not
balls.
surprised.
I know. I need to get on that
Um,
and do that.
okay.
Michelle gave me balls.
I
so-
gave her some balls. I got to go down to Leslie's last week.
Yep.
Got to see her new kitchen.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Oh, there they are. Okay.
Ooh, pretty. Very pretty.
These are both from the knitting tutor,
Yeah.
and I did pick. We have winners for
Very
those
pretty.
patterns.
Fun.
Yeah.
It's really pretty.
And then I started, okay, well, I guess I'll finish a thought. So our winners for those patterns, she's going to give 2 sets of her books. Like there's the first 12 days and then the next 12 days. So one of each of those. And so our winners for that are Traveling Pearls and Becky Ward. Now, on the community part of the YouTube thing, which it's totally okay if you can't get there. We know, we understand. But I did try commenting to Traveling Pearls, just asking her if she got notified that I was commenting on her comment.
Okay.
So we'll see if that works. But anyway, girls, just send me to Knotty Knitwits, just like our podcast name, at gmail.com. And then I will have these sent to you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And thank you, Miss Knitting Tutor, for giving us those to give away.
Very kind.
And then, do you remember Jen Sheelan?
Yes.
Someone reminded me in the comments last time that Jen Sheelan also has ornament patterns. She'd given us those whenever, like how many years ago it was.
Probably, yeah.
I just wasn't doing them then.
Me either.
So, and then I couldn't find it, so she sent them to me again, which was sweet.
Oh, that's very sweet.
And she also said that she would do a giveaway.
Oh, nice, nice.
Of her ball patterns. Now hers are for the 4-inch balls.
Okay.
So it's bigger, but she says in the pattern how to
adjust.
Like how many stitches to decrease if you want to. So I started one of hers, and I loved how it was looking. And I was just, I did, I think 12 stitches less than what she had because it was increments of 6.
Okay.
And it was really looking pretty. Not that you can tell that now. But something just got so screwed up.
Oh.
And so I was like, I need to just start over. My mind just wasn't in it. So I almost tore it out, but then I thought, well, I can at least show you. Look how pretty that's going to be. I can actually do it right. So, because I'd like to make some of her patterns work too.
Totally.
I'm not great at, adjusting numbers and stuff. Oh, it's itching. Just the one
Lasts
side.
a little while.
I can wear the one in this.
There you go. Just wear one.
Yeah. They're my knitting needle earrings. They're really cute. But when I was looking for earrings, because I thought, my hair's back, I should put some earrings in.
Yeah.
I was like, I have so many cute earrings.
I know, it stinks.
It's like I was able to wear a pair once for a little while, so I went and bought a whole bunch.
Yeah.
I can wear earrings again, and that was a fluke.
That stinks.
Anyway, so Jen Sheelan's are Victorian Yuletide or something like that.
Right.
I'll put a picture of something in here. So right now you should be seeing a picture. That's just
beautiful.
That's just for me to know what.
You don't have to wave your arms.
Oh yeah. Insert picture.
Yeah.
With all my editing skills.
That's right.
And iMovie's been really weird lately, so if you guys get some weird rendition of this, just deal with it.
Yeah, it's obviously not us.
No.
It's something.
No. It's the software.
That's right. So. We claim nothing.
No.
Awesome.
So as far as the giveaway for Jen's, I had mentioned maybe we'd do it on Instagram, and then I didn't do it on Instagram just because things got weird, but maybe we'll just do it here. So we'll just, just now that we don't have that Ravelry group for Knitalong, it's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not difficult. You guys have been tagging on Instagram your KKW ballers, which is great. I love seeing everyone's balls.
They're beautiful.
So keep doing that, and I will knit more of them.
Maybe we can just pick from a comment from the podcast.
Yeah. Except that if they don't want it, then
they have to mention it. They have to go check out her site and just mention.
Tell you what, if you want to.
This is too much work.
It's like, for some reason, I have this mental block of being able to say this in a way that's cohesive. And if you want to be entered to win Jen Sheelan's patterns, in the comments, just right here on the video, you don't have to go to community or anything. Comment, I want balls. No, I mean, if you want to, you can.
Something about balls.
Say something to indicate that that's what you would like, so that we know that we're not giving the pattern to someone that has no interest in knitting.
Right.
Like Leslie.
Yeah, well, I'm going to. I think it has to be a holiday thing. I don't know. I think I'm just out of like, you know, New Year. It's January. You know, give me till October, November.
It's okay.
You know?
You'll really bust out the balls then.
Then I'll pass everybody
Awesome.
up. You know.
Cool. Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah.
So
anyway,
yeah.
Well, another thing I finished was the welded hat, and this is by Taylor Earl. She has a cute podcast, Fiber for the People. I love her. She's just super duper cute and adorable. But she had this. I think it's free. I'm pretty positive it's free.
I feel like I should be writing all this down.
It's up to you.
Well, I do our show notes, and it's always my stuff. I very rarely put your stuff because I just don't.
But I knit this with the lucky tweed that I got for Christmas. It's 100% merino wool. If you care. And so it's a very basic hat. Nothing much to it, you know.
Is it really big?
It's supposed to be like a little slouchy.
Okay.
You know, so you can wear it however you want.
Well, it's nice because then it doesn't squish your head down.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it's definitely. And I have not washed or blocked it yet.
Okay.
Because with hats, it's hard. Because I'm like, how do you dry it? Yeah, and I don't want it to get bigger.
No, but that's the problem I've had with hats is if I wash them, they get bigger.
Exactly.
I don't usually want them.
And with this one, like she said, I mean, you can wear it like this, and if you don't want it slouchy at all, then of course you can fold the brim up if you want. So I have worn this like when we've been walking the dogs, and it's amazing how wool like just keeps your hair dry. It does not really soak. I mean, you would have to really like downpour for an hour for it to really get through to your head. So I really do like that about it. It keeps you super warm as well. So that was a very fun, quick, I finished it in I think a day.
Nice.
That's being lazy and sitting on the couch all day. So it's not like, that's what we do nowadays. We have nothing else to do. So it's super cute and she's adorable. And it gave me hope because she has super short hair. And I was like, okay, then I'm going to knit it. But she's just beautiful. So, you know. But anyway, so if you want her pattern, it's free. And it's very simple, like I said, but super cute, I think. So sometimes the simplest hats are the cutest hats, you know?
It's true.
And that's very true. It does take Aran weight yarn, which this was like one of the only Aran weight yarns I had, and I still have another skein, and then I have some left of this skein, so I thought I'll just whip out some more. Yeah, the welded hat by Taylor Earl. And if and she dyes yarn too, beautiful yarn. I've not bought any of hers yet, but Fiber for the People, she has a really great
I've heard of that
podcast. It's beautifully done, not like ours, very professional. Maybe don't watch her because then you're gonna have all these high expectations.
Yeah, I was gonna say just don't adjust your expectations on this.
That's right. You'll be very disappointed. But anyway, cute pattern. So.
And what was the name of who was the sweater that you did?
The sweatshirt sweater by the Pearl Bee, Soho.
Oh, Pearl Soho, okay.
Yeah. And for the sweater, I used, like I said last time, piece fleece. Worsted weight piece fleece for this sweater. And, you know, I'm still feeling the sheep in the sweater. Occasionally I'll get pricked and be like, oh, I need to pick out the piece fleece. Yeah, I'll have to pick out the grass that's in the sweater, but you know.
That just blows
my
mind.
It is, because when you're knitting with it, you're like, oh, let me pick that out. And then pretty soon you start to either give up. Because it's like, oh my gosh, it's too much to pick out. Hopefully it'll wash out in the sink, I don't know. But it's not bugging me. But if you are sensitive to wool, then you wouldn't like this probably. But it did soften up slightly when I washed it. But it's still, to most people, would probably be scratchy. But I think it's fine for me. So I'm just not a sensitive person.
No, I love the look of it. I do, and I totally wish I was someone that could get away with that.
Yeah,
I do.
You could get away with it, but you know.
No, I really couldn't. I don't possess those self-control skills that some people have.
Yeah.
With, like, if something itches, I'll scratch it till it bleeds.
Yeah.
Or you know, I mean.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I have a big scratch on my arm, and I was like, the other night my arm hurt, and I was like, Bob, do I have a big scratch? I think it's like here. And he was like, yeah, you do. And I was like, I have no clue how that happens. It's so weird how you get those random, like.
Mm-hmm. I get bruises like that.
Do you?
Yeah, because you know, you get older, you bruise easier.
My mom's not that you know my mom's age, but my mom, I remember, I can't remember what age she reached, but she really like started bruising easily. And I don't know if she's still that way, but She went
probably. I don't think it gets better.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
No. Well, let's see what I've been. Well, okay. See, these were socks.
Cute.
Mm-hmm.
Were socks?
They were socks.
Okay.
They were. I was about halfway done with the foot,
nice.
and ripped them out.
Why?
They didn't. They just seemed kind of big.
Oh, okay.
This is that timber yarn. Timber yarns. She's up in Canada.
Okay.
I love her colorway. She's got some great self-striping.
It's really pretty.
And in fact, I saved. This was the second time. Okay, so I had the two going simultaneously, like halfway through the foot. Ripped those out. Started again.
Yeah.
And was doing a pattern that Janine was kind of working on.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, I'm going to try that.
Yeah.
And that's what the other ones had been too. No, that was a different.
Oh boy.
Oh well.
You've lost it.
Anyway, so you can see that the colors are really fun, and I will use these again. But so I knit two socks halfway through the foot, and then tried it again, and still wasn't happy with what I was coming up with. So I decided to shelve these for a while and just come back to it because I do love the colors, and this was one that I was super excited to cast on with. Excuse me.
You want me to get it? Don't bonk your head.
Okay. It really couldn't hurt anything. I guess it could, because what would happen is the table would shake.
That's right. Yeah.
And the camera would
fall over, and we'd be done.
So yeah, so those are some socks I was working on.
So you were going to recast them on?
I will again someday.
Someday.
Like after the next couple pairs. I've already knit with them a lot and got nothing to show for it.
Need a palette cleanser.
It needs a break.
Yeah.
And then so then there was. These were a pair of socks also.
I like that one. That's really pretty.
Yeah. Here's the other half. It's a Desert Vista Dye Works.
Gorgeous.
It's like something Fee Electric something. It's kind of funny because apparently I ordered this and then totally forgot that I ordered it.
Oh, how funny.
And then when it was coming, I was like, oh, she's sending me the wrong order because I didn't order that. I
already have that one.
No, I ordered a different one that's similar to that.
Okay.
And another skein. And so I was thinking, wonder what's going on. You know, she must have mixed up orders because that's far more likely than me forgetting something, right?
Sure.
So anyway, so these ones I had, again, they were probably about halfway through the foot. And I just didn't like
the pattern, or what
was the deal? I don't know.
Yeah.
I just decided to you ever have those times where I know you do.
Yes.
Everyone has these times where everything you knit, you just end up ripping out for whatever reason, whether it's legitimate or not, you're just not happy with it. Well, that's where I was at with these socks. So here's another whip that could have been an FO by now, but
it's all sad stuff. Do you have anything happy to talk about? I ripped out this one too.
Let me see what else I ripped out, and then we'll get back to
what she's actually knitting on.
Yeah, exactly. Well, okay, I do have a pair of socks that
she hasn't ripped out yet.
I haven't ripped out yet. I'm
still
working
thinking
on
about
them. Oh, I like them.
Yeah.
So this is a pattern by.
That's pretty.
She's a gal that has a lot of patterns.
Crazy Sock Lady K?
No. I like her. I love her heel toe do-si-do. It'll come to me in a little bit.
Mina Phillips,
yeah.
Knitting Expat.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
And I don't remember. I can't think. Bundled Up Socks.
There you go.
We can work through this all together.
two brains together.
Yes.
Cool.
So this is a pair. These socks I had cast on a while ago with a different pattern.
Okay.
Didn't like those.
Okay.
Ripped them out. Set this yarn aside. Was like, okay, I've already knit with it.
I'm done.
And so I came back to this, and I'm liking it. And this is Rockin' String Southern Charm.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
such a cool pattern. I really like it.
I love it is a fun pattern.
Yeah.
And it's super easy. It's not at all complicated. So, but it is paid for, so I'm not going to tell you what it is, but not
just
that anyone would want me to. Yeah. Bundled Up. You know, what's funny is in my knitting, what's that thing called? Knit Companion. I had brought that pattern over and then just deleted all but the actual, because I do my own toe, I do my own heel, and you know, so all I wanted was the actual stitch pattern. And so I had that on there, and then I just named it Cool Socks. You know, because like you name your own, you can name your own.
Right.
So, but then I set it aside and whatever.
Gosh.
Then I go back and I'm like, oh no, I need to know. Oh, you know what it was? I was knitting this pattern with the timber yarns, which is a bit thicker.
Oh, okay.
So they were freaking huge.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, well, I'll go down to the smaller stitch count, but I didn't have any of that information because all I'd done was kept the. So then I had to go try to find what it was. I had no idea what it was called.
Don't you hate that?
Yes.
You
all
think
these
we know by now.
avoidable crises.
Exactly. Yeah, if you're going to put something down. Well, you never think you're going to put something down for very long.
No.
You always think you're going to come right back to it.
Exactly.
And then it's like months pass and you're like,
totally.
What the heck was I doing? Well, the only project I'm working on, once I finished the sweater and the hat, it was funny because I'd been working with, worsted weight, bulky, natural wool, so a little harder, to get through the stitches and stuff. And so I came back to my campside, which is this again is my second time knitting this, by Alicia Plummer, campside shawl. And this,
now, did you lose that one, or do you still have it? Did you lose?
I gave it away as a gift to somebody. Yeah.
So you lost it in a way.
Yeah, I lost it in a way. So it's funny because I was knitting it with the Plotalopi,
the stuff that looks like spinning fiber.
Exactly, which it pretty much is. Okay. And before, when I was knitting it, I was kind of getting tired of it breaking. I was having a little too tough of tension, too hard. And I've knit with this before.
Okay. Wow, it's getting so big.
It's huge, yeah. I'm on the bind off now.
Oh, okay.
There you go. So it will be done by next podcast. Nice. It'll be done by tonight, probably. Cool. But anyway, it was funny because
especially if you stay here.
Yeah, that's right. It'll for sure be done. But I almost ripped it out because I was just kind of like,
seriously?
Yeah. Well, I've worked on it a lot, so it was a lot smaller than this last time. But then after I'd done worsted, big, and this, I think this is worsted too, but it's just a different feel. I came back to it and I was like, you have to be more loose with this and let it flow. And it was just exactly what I needed. Okay. It was like, oh, this feels nice. Because with this, you're really like getting through the stitches and having to work a little bit harder. Yeah. So it's funny because I'm glad I didn't rip it out. I'm glad I just let it sit. And the bind off's going to look really weird because, well, I hate when patterns are like knit the knits, purl the purls, just follow, because you're adding stitches, certain points, and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, don't add those now or add them. Or it was just kind of confusing. And so I'd come to a stitch and I'd be like, and with this yarn, it's a little hard to see what's knit and purl. You really have to like look. Yeah. And so I've been knitting some purls and purling some knits, and I don't care. The bind off will be fine. I've got it down now where I'm knitting the knits and purling the purls, but there was a couple rows where I wasn't. So I don't think you'll really be able to tell when the border's done. But anyway, I was really glad I hadn't ripped it out because I was really going to just rip it out. And I have a black shawl on the needles right now with the same Plotalopi. And so I'm hoping I can finish this, go do that, because I've always wanted to have a black shawl. I have a black shawl, but like I've said before, it's really tight. I knit it years ago, So I would like a black shawl too. But anyway, so it was just a good lesson for me because if I would have ripped it out, I would have been bummed. And I had all this pink Plotalopi, so I was glad.
And it seems to me like if you ripped that out, it wouldn't be the easiest to reknit with.
Oh no, and it would have broke like crazy. So I don't even think I could have ripped it out really without destroying and having to rejoin all the time, all the stuff.
And that's no fun.
No, it's no fun. So it was just what I needed because I felt like it was just a nice, gentle, loose knit after doing this and that hat. So. But yeah, it'll be done. I was hoping to finish it before today, but it was like, I was knitting all day on it yesterday. And I was like, there's just no way.
Sometimes you gotta sleep.
I know. And eat, And then I was like, well, maybe there's gonna be snows. Maybe I won't be going to Michelle's tomorrow. So then there was that in my head thinking, I don't need to finish it. But then here I am. So
here you are.
But it'll be finished by next time. So it's fine.
Well, we'll try to get past the disappointment.
I know. Everyone's so bummed,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So since I've decided to be done with that crochet blanket, it opened up one of my favorite bags because I had this. Yes. I had that in there, and I'm
so cute.
I want to tell you who it's by, and I can't remember.
Well, does it say right there?
Oh, shush, yeah.
Okay. I was like, I saw that. I thought, is that what it is?
the Prickly Owl
Okay.
Co. She had worked with me on this, like, you know, we picked out the fabric because I wanted, it was, of course, the whale tail that really appealed to me. And then we found the fabric that would go here, and it's just so cute. And it's nice and big.
And very thick, like very well made.
Yeah.
Good material.
So I have my Cornwall sweater.
Oh, yeah. How's that going?
Good.
Good.
I'm liking it. I mean, I'm going to be...
I'm looking for a new
just
sweater to
trudging
cast
along.
on. Yeah.
Because I will go for a while with the stripes. I figure I usually go like 18 inches.
Yep, that's what I do too.
But does that include your ribbing at the bottom?
Yes, usually total. I do 18 inches.
Because that occurred to me. I was like, well, I've got so many inches more to go, and then I thought, well, but if I'm
ribbing.
gonna, So
yeah.
Anyway, this Barnyard Knits,
So pretty.
New York City or New York Lights or something.
Yeah.
And then there's the two pinks down at the bottom. But yeah, I love it. I think it's going to be, I'm looking forward. I really want to get it done before it gets too warm out.
I know.
To be able to wear it ever.
Yes.
But
I know. It's,
yeah.
You start to feel that way mid-January. It's like, gotta finish the wool knits so I can wear the sweaters. Yeah.
Come on, snow. Keep coming.
I hope so.
Anyway, so I've been working on that a bit because I want to just get it done.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like in that, like, okay, I would like to move on to something else, but I've come this far, so.
What more do you have? I mean, obviously the sleeves. Do you have to do a collar?
Yes, there's some sort of collar that you have to do.
And how far before you get to the ribbing are you almost?
I figure each of these is around an inch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's probably about 10 inches now.
Okay.
So.
Another 8?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, ribbing included, so maybe another 6 of the pattern.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it's you're just knitting around.
Yeah.
Around and around and around. Which is fine. That's great for...
It's usually what we do, right?
That's true. I know. What difference does it make, really? But I don't want to lose patience and like cut it short, like because I want it to be a certain length. And I want it to be
done right.
Yeah. But a lot of times my impatience gets in the way, and I'm just like, oh, I'll just
whip it out.
Yeah.
Well, it's like when I told you about this sweater, which I'd knit before, and I had no problems with it that I remember years ago when I did it, but. This one you knit the sleeves separate and then attach them. I could not wrap around my brain how they were telling me to attach them, and so the first one I did was completely wonky, screwed up. And I told Michelle, I said, I can tell I've like matured as a knitter, because I actually, the old me who didn't know what I was doing would have ripped the whole entire sweater out and been like, I'm done, I can't do it. Well, this time I was like, no, I undid it, separated it again, figured it out. Had to visually like picture it, like, okay, what are they trying to tell me? Okay, and then read ahead a little bit in the pattern and actually, you know, go, oh, okay, those I'm going to Kitchener eventually, so those don't need to go back on the needles. And so it just really, it was a good lesson too, to be like, read ahead, make sure you understand the full
everything
pattern.
should come with a 5-minute or less tutorial.
There you go, that'd be great.
I don't want to have to invest a bunch of time in it.
That's right, I don't have to read stuff. I want to figure things out myself. Yeah, but it was funny because once I did it, then I was like, duh. But I don't know if I was just overcomplicating it. I remember Angelique gave me a piece of advice years ago. She was like, just do what it says. Yeah. And it sounds like such basic information, but it's like most of the time when I've done that, just do what it says. Yeah. It's like, it's right.
Yeah. No, I know.
I don't need to try to complicate it.
I overcomplicate mine all the time too.
Yeah. That's pretty.
So I started a new blanket.
Oh, yes.
Because I was going through my room, my yarn shire, and I found this bag, and I was like, oh, I wonder what's in here. And I opened it, and it was a brioche, just back and forth blanket, like the long stripes that I had been working on. Yeah. And I knew I wasn't content with it, but there were things about it that I liked. Like brioche. I love brioche. Yeah. And so... And, you know, I'd started another one of those northeasterly, southeasterly, the blankets with the strips, you know. And there's things about that one that I like, but there's things about it I don't like. And then the blanket like that Lori does with the mitered squares, there's things about that I like, and then things about it that I don't like. Yeah. So I've pick and chose. Whatever. I don't know. I took what I wanted from each of these. And I'm doing a brioche blanket where, you know, you can knit for however long you want on the strips. And then, so I haven't gotten very far because obviously I'm going to have it be longer than this.
Okay.
But I wanted to start building it out and not just have it be a long strip. So then I'm just attaching the next strip like you would an applied border.
Okay.
Probably like you're doing, well, I don't know if that has an applied border, but you've done applied borders. Yeah. So it's just that general idea. Okay. And so that's what I'll do. I'll work up on here for a ways, and then I'll probably start another strip. I have 3 more sets of size. I'm working on a size 2. Okay. I have 3 more 2s coming, and then some keeper things so that I can have like I can be working on different directions. This one's just hung up right here.
That's for your length. Yeah.
This is a 16-inch, which those needles are, you know, I don't work well with those. So I'll do much better once I have more of this size. But anyway, I love it because I love, you know, brioche. I love both sides of brioche. And you know how you were saying with your shawl that it's just kind of that loose, kind of just that easy. That's how I feel about brioche. Unless I'm doing a pattern with a bunch of increases and decreases, then you have to pay more attention. But this you don't. It's just so mindless.
And it's fun. It's mindless, but yet it keeps your attention more than just knitting and purling.
It is. Yes, there's just something about that. I don't know why. I love it. But I love that. And so I had done it on a 3 and I thought it was a little loose, so I went to a 2. I don't want to do it on a 1.
Yeah, for sure.
And one of the tips that I got for starting out with brioche, and I don't think I've ever done this before, is when you're casting on to double your needles, because brioche expands more so than regular knitting even. So you do your, you can do like your long tail cast on with your needles doubled, and then just take one needle out and then do your setup.
Makes it a little looser.
It does. It really will, because you can see I don't have the bunching up down here that a lot of times you get.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And I mean, I've struggled with that with regular knitting, but you know, with the brioche, since it's just so stretchy. Yeah. I guess unless you knit super tight, which I don't. So anyhow.
So this is your own creation.
It's my own creation based on everybody else's work. Yeah. You know how when you're following a recipe, you do it to your taste. Yes. Well, it's the same thing. I didn't create anything. I played around with a couple different stitch counts to see what I wanted for how wide I wanted each of my strips. And I ended up with doing like slip 1, knit 1, and then doing the brioche stuff, and then knit 2, although when you're going back you're actually knitting 1 and then knitting your last stitch together with your fabric like an applied border. And I think the first time I tried it I did 50 stitches of brioche and it was just a little too wide, so I ended up with 30. And I wanted to have an edging because you can't just start with brioche. You know, you really need to have, especially if you're going to be attaching it. Well, when I started attaching it, I thought, man, I shouldn't have done the 2-stitch selvage edge or whatever they call it. I should have just done 1. But when I had been swatching, I didn't like it with just 1. It got kind of wonky because I was thinking that just doesn't. I would like it better if it was like completely, closed a little bit more. But when it's all washed and done, it's gonna be fine. So
totally.
So yeah,
so you're that's how you're attaching the different columns, is by the applied border type thing, or okay. So you're not having to pick up stitches and try to
and then when you want to do another row, you just cast on and then attach it. And if you like this style of blanket, you could totally get her pattern and then just do, like if you're not sure what to do about like an applied border, if you haven't done those before, she in her pattern has a great tutorial that it's just her rows of fabric. On her southeasterly, she does have an option for doing brioche along with other stitches, and I tried that. I mean, I thought, oh, that would be fun to have different stitch patterns, but at the end of the day, this is what I want. So that's just what I'm gonna do. But anyway, so that the pattern that I drew most of the, you know, like the idea from really was by Skinanigans. Does that sound like?
So not skein deer nuts?
No, it's not Skinanigans, but it's something like that. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, I know it sounds close.
I'm close. I'm really close to getting this. It's not shenanigans.
Right.
It's
Skinanigans?
It's something like that. But it's a northeasterly, southeasterly blanket.
Yeah,
I've talked about it in the past. Lots of people are doing it. And so, yeah, because I like the patchwork look of, and what I also really like being able to use, like with the one that Lori's doing with the mitered squares, all of them take the same exact amount of yarn. I want to be able to knit, you know, if I have this much of this one and only this much of this one, I just want to be able to do whatever. Yeah. And the ones that, you know, go back and forth, they're fine, but I like that patchwork look. So.
Well, and you like the squishiness of the.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, I do. And it's just fun.
Yeah, totally, like, totally. Yeah. And if you're going to do a big blanket, you need to find it fun.
Exactly. It's got to be something that kind of checks all the boxes of, you know, of what you like in a blanket. Definitely. And if you haven't done much brioche and you're someone who's thinking, oh, I'd really like to, and you know, there was a brioche pattern that I tried that was one that was picky, and I bought the pattern, and the gal that wrote it was super nice and tried to be helpful, but there's just always been one little thing, or two little things that you didn't love. It didn't make it relaxing. Yeah. And so that's why this is perfect, because there's nothing complicated about it. Good. But yeah, if you haven't brioche much, or you want a brioche, this would be a great thing to do, because brioche knitting is so easy. Yeah. But the thing about it is you have to be able to read your stitches. And the only way you're going to get good at reading your stitches is doing a lot of, and then when you start having to do increases and decreases, it's not so hard, because if you do something weird, you can look at it and go, oh, you know. You know the Shisui Shrug that I did by Suzanne Summer. I was this close to casting on another one, because I love that thing. Yeah. And the one I did is kind of getting ratty, and it's kind of stretched out, but I love it. But now I'm thinking, I don't know if I can do that, or I was looking at patterns by Cozy Up Knits. Yeah. And they have a thing called a shrug again. Oh, I think. Interesting. And it looks really like, because I was thinking, you know, sweaters are great, but how often do I get to wear them because of the weather? Right. But having something that's easy to take on and off, but that stays on, unlike a shawl that oftentimes doesn't. Yeah. So
I've thought a lot about doing cardigans again, and I never thought I'd want to, because it's so funny. I wear a ton of cardigans all the time, but yet for some reason I'm like, I don't want to knit another cardigan. I'm like, why not? You wear them all the time. So I've been thinking a lot lately about casting on a cardigan.
Yeah, because I'd like to knit things that I actually use.
Well, I think in the spring and summertime, if you're wearing a dress or a cardigan, it's just easy to just throw on. Yeah. You know, whereas I'm not going to wear this, obviously. Exactly. You know, I can't throw this over a dress necessarily. So I was like, cardigans are just very versatile. They are. And if you do it in a really fine fingering, it can be very delicate. It can breathe well in the summer. Or you can do a thick one if you want for the winter, you know.
That one I did with the silk merino and then held it with mohair. Yeah. That thing is so heavy and warm. And
which one's that one? You have to show me.
I'll show you. I think it's called the boyfriend cardigan.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
I like it. It's just the mohair kind of bugs me. Yeah. Story of my life. Man, bummer. Yeah. Well,
so I'm just on to community service.
Okay, I think that might be where I'm at too, because I ripped everything out that I'd been working on. Yeah. All right. Well, here's the fun part. It's all our favorite part, isn't it? Right. Show off.
So Jacinta, who does not have an Instagram, doesn't have a shop, she's just super duper kind to us and always sends us such beautiful gifts.
She's so sweet. I don't understand why.
I know. I don't understand why either. But she made us these beautiful bags, and this is another bag.
I know, I love that one.
Yeah, she had made me, for my birthday or something a while back. But I will use it all the time. It's so well made. It's beautiful. I love the colors. It's a great size.
Yeah, it is.
It can cinch up, or it has handles. So it's just, I love it. So anyway, she sent us.
Again, it checks all the boxes.
So I thought this was such a cool design. I'd never seen a bag like this. Yeah. But she made us these beautiful bags.
Yeah, they're squared on the bottom.
Yeah.
So they'll sit like a...
Sit open.
Yeah, like a basket or something.
Totally. But then you can cinch them up, you know, and carry them like that. But super cute.
Yeah.
So
very roomy, yet also doesn't have to be taking up a lot of space.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was just so kind of her to send it to us.
And she's just really like, and she's sending them from the UK.
I know.
So you know that ain't cheap.
Yeah.
So not only is she putting the time and effort into it, but she's paying a lot in postage.
Yeah.
And just the pain of sending stuff.
Yeah.
I finally sent the package that I was going to send to our friend in Portugal.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've been meaning to do that for a long time. I hate going to the post office.
I know.
If I can do it at home and print my postage at home, then that's what I do. And I'm pretty much on top of it then. But if I have to go to the post office,
it's not fun.
It's not fun.
It's not fun.
So anyway, thank you. And
wish we could share a shop with you. She doesn't have a shop, but she's so talented. I mean, she does such good work. So it's gorgeous. So very well made. But thank you. Oh, I spilled something on it. What did I get on it?
Did you?
Yeah.
Can't send her anything.
No, can't send me anything nice.
Yeah, I can't take you anywhere. You can't send anything nice. You're a train wreck.
I am, pretty much. Yes.
Says me.
That's right.
Alrighty, well.
Share away.
Okay, well, this was the one that I thought I was getting, that I was really anxious to get from Desert Vista's National Emo Day.
Oh, funny.
And so it's like that other one.
Yeah.
So it has like white, gray, black stripes, and then it has bursts of like variegated color. And that's what that is too. I think the main difference is that the color portion of these are like a lighter. They're more pastel-y. And this is the nice, well, I'll tell you what, I was not planning on keeping those, so.
What? No, why not? Why wouldn't you keep them?
Because I'm not going to do the one that I really like and then do one that's almost exactly the same that I don't like as much. Like if I only had 3 skeins of self-striping yarn to my name, I'd probably be like,
you don't
I
want to do balls
keep
with
that.
it?
Hey, if you have anything left, you can save me some for a ball.
Save you some for a ball. Thank you.
I'd like to see them knit. No pressure.
Nice.
But
although you've already knit with them, yeah.
I mean, exactly. I know what they look like. It totally is. But you should be impressed because I did instead of just wrapping the yarn like sometimes I do, I actually re-caked it. So yeah.
Very nice.
But
Thanks so much.
I was really anxious to. I came this close to casting them on, but I thought, just get those done.
Yeah.
I wonder if I jinxed myself by having 2 pair of socks going,
I think so. I've never been successful with having like multiple socks going at the same time.
Yeah, just have a pair.
Yeah, just one. Just get one pair
2
done.
socks at the same time.
Yes. Yeah, I can do that, but
yeah, me too. So
those will be fun.
Yeah.
Very fun. Very cool. Well, I wanted to share, Michelle had given me in our Advents, the 25th, I think, the 25th of Christmas, she had given me this beautiful necklace.
Caitlin Birch.
My nails are really ugly. Sorry.
Oh, mine are awful right now.
Oh my gosh. Well, I tried the dip thing, powder dip, and every time I do that, they look great for like 4 days, but then it destroys your nail beds.
Oh no.
When you chip it off. So my nails are like destroyed right now. But it's glass, which I think is gorgeous. Oh, it's so pretty. And the pinks and the oranges. It's so pretty. I love it. So I wanted to show it because I was like, it's so beautiful. And if you guys are looking for beautiful jewelry. So what's your shop again?
Caitlin Birch.
Caitlin Birch. Okay.
Glass. She does work with glass. I have a necklace of hers and a pair of earrings. And I showed them.
Yeah, I think you showed them.
I guess I'll take the other one out. So anyway, I'm glad you liked it. I thought it was,
it's so pretty.
Because you always wear pretty necklaces.
Thanks. Well, it's another one I got. Knitting McPurley Devon had a sale. And so this was one of the necklaces I didn't have at first.
Okay.
I think there's one more that I don't have, the little dewdrop one. I think that one, I don't have that one.
I think I have that one, but a little bit smaller.
Yeah, but I liked this one because of the size.
Yeah.
But
and I have the acorn one.
Yeah, I have the acorn one. But I think she's no longer going to be doing stitch marker necklaces.
What?
She's moving on to something else. So she had this sale to try to clear her shop.
Well, shoot.
So, but it comes with, all these great stitch markers and in here. You guys can't see it, but these are some big ones, big honking ones. But yeah, those are really big. But then some small ones too. Yeah, cute little. So anyway, I love her stuff, and
I love it too. Great. Do you ever think to open it and use them?
I do. I do. Yeah. In fact, I think on this shawl, I'm using, I think, Catherine of Bed of Roses, I think I'm using hers for that, which came off one of my necklaces. But yeah, I do use hers.
Good.
I didn't at first, but then I was like, I need to use them.
Well, if you remember that it's there and that's what it's for. I was wearing mine like that, but the smaller one, not the acorn, but when Renata was here.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, oh, do you have a picture? She thought it was a locket. She goes, do you have a picture of me in there? I'm like, no, I have stitch marks. She's like, why? Well, if you have to ask why, you just don't get it. Yeah. So,
that's right. So I think it's beautiful.
I like it.
I'll be curious to see what she starts to sell next. You know what she has coming. So
if she has anything left in her shop.
I know. Yeah. I
should go check into that.
She might. But it was a really good sale.
Nice.
So, yes.
Well, the other skein that I got from Desert Vista, I got worsted. It's called Bonfire. I thought this would be such a fun hat.
Yes, that would be a fun hat.
I don't know why I thought. I mean,
sure. It just would.
It just would. Of course
it would. I don't think she has any necklaces left.
Oh, well, that's okay. Sorry, guys. I got 2. She's got like 10. And
I know.
Give her.
Oh, okay. Yes, she does.
Oh, she does.
She still has the Alexis, which the one I got was the Genevieve, and that's sold out. But she still has the olive stitch marker necklace, which that's the one I don't have. So maybe
you want to hold it up?
Yeah, my phone's tweaking. Sorry.
Oh,
it's like
okay. Well, you don't.
Coming off, but she still does have some necklaces in her shop. So you guys Knitty McPurley.
And I will say they're very reasonably priced. Yes. Even when they're not on sale, they were reasonably priced. So
I don't know how she makes anything off, but she does, and I appreciate that because she makes it affordable for anybody. Exactly. So that's very sweet and awesome.
Tis.
So, all right, stuff.
You got anything else over there?
I don't think so. I haven't really been shopping much. Seems like once the holidays came and went, then I was just like. I did get that book. I was going to bring it, but it was like such a huge book.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a really big book.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't bring it, but a lot of people were. Yeah, it's really pretty. It's a really pretty book. So people were mentioning that they were ordering it too, and that's cool. Because got to keep those words, unused.
Yes.
Show us what you got.
I know. Well, Kirby Werby had done this update while I was picking Renata up from the airport. Rose Apothecary, is that how you say that? Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Remix. It's 22 stripes. Pretty. So I was not able to go on and get it, but Carrie hooked me up. She did my shopping for me.
Nice.
And so what's neat about this is it's not only it's self-striping rainbow gradient. So I don't even know that I want to use it for socks. I'm kind of thinking it would be fun to do, like a cowl or a hat or just something because it's really cool.
That's really pretty. And she's hilarious. Do you ever watch her Insta stories?
Sometimes.
And stuff? She's so funny.
I don't always think of watching those. I forget about them.
Yeah, she's so funny.
But yeah, she is funny. Her little girl reminds me so much of Renata when she was little. Yeah, I mean, she's just adorable.
So funny.
Oh yeah, here's the La Fille Electrica. Something. I don't know if that was like a TV show or.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
But and then so Timber Yarn sucked me into their Christmas thing because they said they weren't going to have them anymore. There was a few left, and so I was like.
They always say that. Those are like the trigger words.
Totally. It's a total trigger word.
I have to buy it.
It's not going to be available next week. I have to get it now. Yeah. There's only 3 left. I must own one.
I must possess that.
I must possess it. So, there went the cheap readers.
Cheap glasses.
We're back to using you.
Oh.
Anyway.
Those are really pretty.
Look at that. I don't know that I'll do anything with it before. Oh my gosh, that's really cute.
Oh wow, a little gingerbread man cookie. Super cute.
I haven't opened this till now just because I was like, we'll have the...
Because it's just the getting that matters. How many times have you gotten yarn and just put it on the shelf? It's like, I admire it.
Like 300 times.
Awesome. Put it on the shelf.
I know.
Oh, Dad.
And a hot chocolate.
She sent the chocolate for me, right?
I'm sure. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Ooh, it would be good in our drink. If it would melt, but it won't melt because we're
melt.
drinking something on ice.
Yes, then it'd be really hard.
And if you're curious what we're drinking, because sometimes you
People
are,
ask, yeah.
it's caramel
milk.
vodka.
No.
Milk.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
with vodka.
Yeah.
These flavored vodkas are really good
really
on
good.
ice with just a little bit of cream thrown
Well,
in.
it's so simple, but yeah, it's really good. We are pretty simple.
It's just a nice sipping drink.
It is. It is.
Except I shouldn't have done the crushed ice because every time I take a drink, I get ice, and then I'm like,
Then you gotta crunch it up.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or I'm
Yeah.
slurping, which is really obnoxious.
That's true.
So
That's okay.
next time I'll try to remember cubed ice.
Ooh.
Cubed ice for our drinks.
Or just keep your lips tight enough that the ice doesn't go into your mouth. So I haven't gotten much ice in my mouth. You know?
Still got
Still
some.
got some.
Well, you got those big lips.
I know,
I
but
got
yeah,
little tiny
I would
lips.
think for you it'd be easier.
You can get a better seal on the glass. Mine are just pencil
Okay.
thin, and so anyhow,
Oh, it's like you thought of that before or something.
you know, sometimes things just inspire me at the moment. And,
You didn't read her card.
I didn't know it was there. It's really cute. And
Really sweet message.
well, I'm sure it is, but I'd have to put my glasses on, and they're on the
Uh-oh.
floor now.
Yeah.
So
Have to read it later.
I'll have to read it later.
That's fun.
Is that it? I mean, not like this. Oh no, because I knew there was one more thing.
Okay.
So that club that I joined, the Artistic Yarn by Abby. I remember the first month I wasn't like loving it.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just
Right.
not my. So then this one shows up. I'm still gonna give it one more month.
Uh-oh. I was gonna say it's still in the box. I don't know if that's good or bad.
It's not. I
Ready to
haven't
be shipped
dec-
off.
I haven't really decided because it's like I never ever knit with yellow.
I know, but yellow is really underestimated.
I know that's
It
what.
really is.
So supposedly it's the color of something.
It's the new blue.
Yeah, pretty much. It says something about it, some color of the
Based
future.
on the Pantone 2021 colors of the year.
Colors of the year.
Yep. Yeah, Here Comes the Sun. That's the one. You get one hank of Here Comes the Sun sock yarn, one mini hank gray and yellow confetti, one Good Luck horseshoe stitch marker, and one lucky horseshoe for hanging. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't decide if I'm really excited to try this or if I want to.
So it's self-striping,
It
right?
is,
How many
uh-huh.
stripes? 3?
Well, it's
Gray,
yellow,
white,
white,
yellow?
gray, white,
Oh, okay,
yellow,
that's
white,
exactly
gray.
what it looks like.
Yeah,
I should
exactly.
know that.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it'll be pretty. Yellow's always surprised me. Like I always look at it in the skein and I'm like, eh. But then when you knit with it, it's like it's joyful. It's, you know.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
And what really got me was
And this is pretty.
I
That's
like
really-
this.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
like that.
Speckled.
So, and then I got to thinking, well, you know, maybe if I added some navy blue into here,
Oh, yeah,
because
you
I
totally could.
love navy
Totally
and
could.
yellow
You totally
and
could.
gray.
Yeah, that'd
So I
be
don't know
perfect.
if I'd do
that
it.
almost looks like navy. I mean, it kind of looks grayish navy.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
But yeah, I think you totally could do something.
Part of me does like want to use it just because I've never knit with yellow.
Mhm.
Or I mean, maybe I've used
Yeah.
a yellow like in a scrap, or I've done self-striping that has a yellow stripe, but I've never been like,
I like yellow and gray together.
I
think
know.
yellow
I
and
thought
gray
of
is really
you.
pretty.
I thought of you
think it's
actually
pretty.
because I was like, I know that Leslie likes yellow
Well, if you don't
and
knit
gray.
with it, I'll buy it off you. I'll do that. Because I think, I mean, it's funny. I don't usually gravitate toward it, but then when I knit with it, I'm always like, oh, I like it better than I thought I would.
That's what I'm wondering.
Because one of my favorite socks, actually, that I ever knit was gray and like a yellow sparkle. I can't remember who did the yarn, but I was actually really surprised when I was done because I was like, oh my gosh, I love these socks. I love the yellow and gray together. And it really surprised me because the sparkle's what got me. And then when I started knitting with it, I was like, oh my gosh, I really like the yellow and gray together. So I was surprised.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's why I say I kind of think there's a part of me that thinks that if I got going on that, I'd actually maybe like it just because I've never knit with it before.
It'd
Whereas
be different.
all of these kinds of, you know, my self-striping that I use, they're all kind of the same.
But even that blue, that would be pretty with it, don't you think? Don't you think? You added some blue?
Yeah.
I
think blue with yellow and white and gray
Yeah.
is like an awesome combo.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure when I would like.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do it for heels and toes and stuff because I've got this cute
that's
guy.
really, that's really pretty.
So then maybe would I do like
just add another stripe of,
but where? Like after what repeat? Like
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
No, you have to figure that out.
I'd have to figure that out.
But yeah, I think it could be really pretty.
It could happen. We'll see. It can be done.
Yeah, I can't remember what your last month's looked like, but I think that's definitely a lot better.
Yeah. Well, they were autumny kind of colors.
Yeah.
So they weren't bad.
So that to me thinks of spring. You know, spring is coming eventually.
I'm giving it one more month to be odd.
Yeah.
And then if I'm not, like, if it's not like, oh my gosh, this just made it worth it.
Yeah.
Then I'll cancel the subscription and just buy skeins that I like from her as I need them. Because, I mean, I obviously don't need... But she's got some really fun ones. She's got one called Monopoly that I've almost bought several times because it's just, it's different.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want something different.
Well, that's what's hard for dyers. It's like trying to like find what everyone likes. I mean, it's just impossible.
No.
So it's just really, I can't imagine.
I couldn't dye
Because if I dyed yarn, I'd want it to be all stuff I like.
Exactly.
But then it's like not what everybody else likes. So you have to kind of venture out and do things that you don't necessarily love. But hopefully a lot of people like it. So that'd be hard.
It would be. I agree. I'm not criticizing for sure.
No, yeah.
I'm just... Yeah. I really should have just bought the skeins that I liked.
Yeah.
Instead of thinking each month that the one that I really want is going to show up. Because
the surprise is fun though. You know?
It is.
Sorry, it was just like...
Until you're disappointed.
There you go. Yeah, yeah.
You're like, oh.
Especially when you're paying... I mean, we're always paying for it, but it's like, yeah, if you're really anticipating and excited, then you open it and it's like, oh.
Yeah, this fell just a little bit short. But I do think just because it is something different, that that in and of itself could be fun.
Yes.
So...
It's getting you out of your comfort zone.
That's it. That's why I'm like, that feels icky.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
Yes. That's why they call it a comfort zone.
That's right.
Come on now.
I feel best here.
So, do you like your Addy flip sticks?
I don't use them currently, but I did like them when I used them. Yes.
Well, I am going to give away, not only do I have the Addy version, but I have the Hiya version. Because apparently I thought, you know, if I didn't like them by Addy, maybe I'd like...
Yeah.
Why not have two sets? I just have not... I'm just not gonna. I tried. It just, they don't do it for me.
Did you try them as a circular? Like knitting them circular wise?
I think so.
Okay.
I think that it's just that these needles, it's just like knitting with a 16-inch.
But then you have them... That's the thing, if you have 3 of them, then it makes a big circumference. So it makes it really big. That's the thing, when I was knitting with them, I was really surprised because I was like, first of all, I love how sharp they are. I just have forgotten
those are
about
the
them.
Hiya.
Yes, they're like needles. You can inject yourself with those. But anyway, when I started treating them like they were just a big circular needle, it was like, oh, I like this. Okay, I get it now. But when I was trying to treat them like, you know, then
maybe okay. Before I let you leave this house, we're gonna knit a little bit on my sock with these, and you can show me. And maybe if I can feel, I'll probably still give the Addies away.
Really? I thought you liked sharp though.
Hiya.
Oh, those are Hiya. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
The Addies have a sharp end and a sharp end, and then I'm always just trying to figure out what.
Yeah, you want the sharp end.
Yeah. So I'm still going to do these as a giveaway. So if you are interested in either trying these or you just know that you like them or whatever. So again, it's going to be, you can either comment in the comments below and just specify, yes, I'd like to be considered for the, I mean, you don't have to use those words. It's not like a formula. Just let me know what you're thinking.
I would like to win the grand prize.
And if you don't say,
it would be my honor.
And then I'll probably also open up.
Wand.
It is. I kind of like it, or it could be like a
whip.
Put your knuckles down. It could be like the nun. That'd be the only thing that would be.
Keeping these after all.
I'll send you the needles, but I'm keeping the case.
Found a new use for them.
And I can't guarantee you'll get the tube anyway, because I might keep the tube for mine that I might keep.
There you go.
Or just because. It depends on where you're at.
Yeah.
Like shipping wise, because I can ship these in a much smaller thing.
That's true.
But I think the envelopes I use would be fine anyway.
Yeah.
So, and you know what? If you guys could do this, it'd be awesome. When you're commenting on our stuff, I know it's kind of a pain. It's going to cause you more work. We would like to know your Instagram. If you're on Instagram, if you could identify who you are there, because it really helps if you're, because we interact a lot more on Instagram. Yeah. It just seems like
if you're trying to contact somebody, wouldn't it be easier?
It's nice for that too, but it's just kind of nice to know that I'm, like connecting the dots. Oh, you're so and so.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Because like I could carry on a conversation with someone on Instagram, and then not know that that's that person on YouTube, and
that's true.
Just kind of. Anyway, so yeah, whatever it is you want to say to communicate that you would like to win the Addy, they're size 1, 2.25. So let us know. And if you end up getting them and you don't love them, pass them on to someone that might. Yeah,
definitely fun to try.
And you have a giveaway too.
Yes. Well, this I got for myself, but I just, if I'm being honest, I don't know when I will knit it, and I really do love it. I think it's an amazing design. Well, who am I kidding? Like, anything that somebody designs, and I'm like, there's no way in heck I could ever design this. It's like amazing to me.
I couldn't even draw that.
I couldn't even draw this, yes. This is Nancy Bates Designs, her Sequoia Knitted Beanie Kit. So it's a kit to knit this amazing hat. It comes with all the yarn already balled up, which I think is brilliant, because I hate...
We know.
Yes, everyone knows. Although with my new countertops, it's nice, because they are so far overreaching that I can like hook it up right there. So it is nice. But anyway, so just wanted to give this away. I don't know what we can say. Maybe go to Nancy. She has a new design out that's amazing.
She does. It's Nancy Bates. Okay, so for this one, we will be a little bit more specific, because you should go to her shop.
Yes, you should.
Check it out.
She has amazing kits.
She really does. I did one of hers. I did the Glacier one, and I love it. And then I haven't knit yet, the Badlands. Yeah. And that one doesn't inspire me as much. Like, I was really excited to do the Glacier one. Yeah. Just because the colors are more muted. But I really like it. Yeah. I just, Yeah. And I'm always checking her site to see if she has new ones.
Great stuff. Yeah, it's beautiful. I just don't know when I'll get to it. And I was like, if somebody can knit it up quick and actually use it and wear it, then awesome. Yeah.
Although it sure would go good with your sweater.
It would.
But with that big sweater on, you probably wouldn't want a hat on.
No, well, that's the thing. I hardly wear hats as it is. I mean, even knitting this, I was like, it was because I actually had Aran weight yarn. I was like, and it was a free pattern. I was like, oh my gosh, okay, cool. I can whip this out in one day. And
when it's cool, I wear hats out every day, because I have to take Oso. I know I've told you guys this before, but yeah, he will not go poop in our yard. He'll go poop in other people's yards, but he. So I have to walk him around the property to get him to poop, and
he has to check out the land.
Whatever, as long as he's not doing it in the house.
Exactly.
Then
okay.
I can't complain. Okay. So, and I mean, it gets me out moving around a little bit. So
speaking of poop, Sophie's been pooping under our deck all the time now, which I understand because it's raining. Yeah. But for me to get under there to clean it up, it's like you're like ducked down with a shovel.
You still have that thing I got you years ago? It's not working for you?
I've been just using a big, huge shovel with a little shovel. And just
I was just thinking, because it has the long reach. I don't know.
Yeah, the only problem is it's like, then I would be going in and out from under the deck to go dump it all.
No.
Whereas...
Okay, what I do?
Yeah.
Because I've got 3 dogs. I'm cleaning that poop a lot. I have a bucket that I put a bag in, and then, you get the poop, you put it in the bucket.
Our poop just goes over into the ravine, like over into the side yard. I just throw it over there.
Okay.
So I don't put it into a bag.
Alrighty.
I put it into our bushes that are like on the hill.
Okay.
So, because nobody goes in there.
So that wouldn't really,
I wouldn't need to put it in a bucket. Yeah. So to me, the big flat head shovel head, I can put tons of poop on it at one time, get under the deck one time only. Get 20 scoops of poop.
If I'm going to confess about something or not.
Go ahead, please do.
Okay.
Because I confessed to everybody else what I didn't know about the male anatomy. People kept asking on our last video, so I did tell people that asked.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
In a comment, though.
Yes, in a comment. I didn't announce it. No.
That's fine, because people don't like it when we talk about this.
I know. That's okay. We don't really like to talk about it.
I know. It's not like we're really demented, and like, it's just things come up.
We're a little crazy.
So. When I was younger, like a young teen, so you can't, that was a long time ago.
Fault you for
that was like, we're talking 40 years ago.
Wow.
Okay.
Before there were telephones.
Yeah. The house that I lived in was on a hill, and we were the end house, so we were on the hill. And my friend and I would go out, and we'd scoop up the dog poop.
Oh, jeez. Oh boy.
Oh, you know where this is going. I was not a good person, okay? I was kind of a troublemaker.
It's taken a long time to become a good person. Lots of work.
When cars would go by.
Are you serious? That's worse than I thought. I thought you were just going to fling it into people's yards. No. Seriously? You would fling it at cars? Wow. She's worse than I thought.
Oh my gosh, I was a bad person. I'm sorry.
So if any of you are out there and you remember back then, you got
back in
crap
1980 when you were driving on 119th in Beaverton.
That was Michelle.
Yep.
Were you on the news or anything?
No.
People didn't complain about crap getting out of the car.
This was like this was like 1980.
Did you confess that when you tried to become a cop that you used to throw crap on people's cars?
No, it didn't come up. They didn't ask. If they'd have asked, I would have had to confess.
Don't ask her.
Yeah, exactly. I did have to confess that I'd smoked pot.
Uh-oh.
You know, which, I mean, now
it's legal.
It's legal. So
yeah.
Probably still not like something that you would want to have to talk about when you're trying to get a certain
exclude you from it. Yeah.
Right. But yeah. No, I know. You don't have to tell me that was terrible. I know. I did a lot of bad things when I was young. I never stole. Well. Yeah, I did.
It's confession time.
I know, right?
You're gonna have it all on record now.
I know. Oh gosh. Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't know what I'm talking about. It's the alcohol talking. I didn't really do those things.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That was funny. That's really bad.
I know it's really bad.
Yeah.
I know. But
wow.
I mean,
gosh, I feel bad if I leave runny poop from the dogs I walk.
Well, yeah. As an adult,
I won't pick it up.
I would never do that as an adult.
Okay, that's good. I feel good about that.
Okay. How can I redeem myself for something that I did so long ago?
Still feel so guilty. Do you feel better now though, telling everybody?
No, I mean, I didn't think it was that big a deal till I said it out loud.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, at the time I didn't think it was a big deal. As an adult looking back, it's like, what a little brat.
Yeah.
But as a kid, you don't think about, you know, consequences to
somebody's
your actions.
Car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like now, if I was driving down the road and somebody would be like, what the fuck? But, you know, I'd be pissed.
Yeah, totally.
But, yeah, back then, I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, it is funny, but
I mean,
unless it's your car.
It depends on what side of the fence you're on.
Exactly.
Yeah, literally. So.
Oh my god.
Yes, I was a bad person.
Wow. It's okay. It's all right. You've moved on from there.
I've moved on. I've
You're
grown
no
up.
longer that person.
That's right. Oh my gosh. Surprised I can even remember it.
Oh man, that's funny. You must have been really bored.
No, it was like entertaining. It was like, what can we do to screw with people? But so when we were, yeah, I'll keep confessing.
Yes, please do.
When we were like, I don't know how old, I was probably like 16 or 17. Mm-hmm. I'd be my brother and his wife, now wife. I don't think they were married at the time, although they might have been because they got married really young. Mm-hmm. And he's 3 years older than me and she's 2. So if I was 16, they actually were married. I'm sorry, I get lost in the memory.
Just tell the damn story.
So okay, back in the day, you could smoke in restaurants, you know, and there were non-smoking sections, which did no good.
Right.
But so we'd be sitting there smoking and drinking our black coffee or whatever, and we'd start talking like that we were pregnant and. You know, even though we weren't.
Yeah.
And we'd just be smoking these cigarettes, talking about how drunk we got.
Gosh.
Just to get reactions out of people. Because you'd get such dirty looks from
totally.
people. I mean, that was I don't know why that was.
So what do you do now to get attention? Like, obviously you've got...
This.
This is what our lives have resorted to.
I turned into a really boring person when I grew up.
Yeah.
But
it's just so funny that you did those kinds of things and then you were a cop. Rule following.
Totally.
You know?
Yeah. It is kind of funny.
Wow. I was always such a guilty kid. I always felt so bad if I did something wrong. Like the biggest thing I think I did was like I was in first grade and this boy had brought for show and tell this like one of those flip fans that you flip open, you can fan yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So I stole it out of his backpack. And the teacher had the whole class like looking through bags, everything to try to find this fan. And I had hidden it well enough that nobody knew, but I felt so horrible. And I brought it home, put it in my older brother's, like, he had this cabinet that had lots of different drawers with tons of stuff. So I hid it like in the back. Never even used the fan. But for years, anytime I'd hear a cop car, I thought they were coming to get me. I was like, they're coming to get me. And I was dead serious, like the guilt I carried for years.
Oh, that's funny.
For years. And then one day, I don't know if I found, like, I would check on it several, like, over time, and I'd be like worried that somebody would come to our house, a friend of my brother's, and they'd see the fan and they'd say, I remember a friend of mine lost their fan. Somebody took, like, I had such horrible guilt for that.
That's funny.
It's just funny because, like, I just, oh, yeah. I would think I still remember that. That was first grade.
Yeah, that's pretty significant.
Yeah. It was my second time in first grade, but so I should have been second grade.
Second.
Had to repeat first grade.
It's okay. I'm sure there was a legitimate reason.
I don't know, in first grade, what do you not know that you have to, like, learn?
Could you not sing the ABCs right?
I don't know.
Did you put that Z in there where it didn't go?
Maybe. I don't know.
Or the N. I guess it's the N. W-X-Y-N-Z.
That's
I mean, that's how the song went, and that wasn't accurate.
That's right. It's true.
Set people up for failure right there.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, well. I guess that's about it. So
confess your stories to us. So we feel better about ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like such a heathen. And that's not even the worst thing I've ever done.
I can only imagine.
I think you know.
Maybe I'd forgotten that.
Yeah.
So
well,
cleared it from my head.
Yeah, it was more against myself than anyone. Yeah. Aren't we we're the most destructive to ourselves.
Self-sabotaging, yes. For sure.
Anyway, so yeah, I would love it if you guys would tell us some dirt on you. so I don't sound like the worst person in the group. But, you know, it's always that way. I was the cop's kid. And then I was, and so, you know.
That's almost as bad as a preacher's kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do all the bad things.
Yep.
Getting yourself into trouble.
Speaking of my dad being the cop and I'm the kid of, I'm going to just tell you guys this. Just because it could impact, I mean, I don't know.
He might be going to California.
Yeah. Or having him on the podcast.
There you go. Perfect. That'd be awesome. Teach him to knit.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Yes. My dad. So if you're done with knitting stuff, you can, if you don't want to know anything else, you can just turn off now because this is not
we're going to
knitting.
teach you some serious stuff. So if you're not ready for it.
We're going to teach them some serious stuff?
Yeah. So if you're ready for it.
We're going to teach them?
I don't know if we're going to teach them.
Okay.
But, you know,
I was just curious. I don't know. I'm not sure I have a lesson here.
Yeah, I don't know.
My dad, who's 83, well, he'll be 83 in April. Well, long story short, if I can possibly make it, and pretty soon you're just going to go tell the damn story.
Yeah, exactly. Just get on with it.
I know. I got it. He lives down in the Northern California coast, a very hard to get to place. If you've watched a while, you know that because I've complained about it over the years. Windy roads, in and out. Anyway, yeah. And he lives alone, and so he's been having some shortness of breath lately, which I really wasn't aware of. But he went to so remember last podcast I mentioned how it was really sad how COVID's really he just sounded so depressed and stuff. So we had talked to him about, you know, we're like, we want you to come up here at least for a few weeks. You know, we'll come and get you. We will drive down there and get you because we didn't really want him driving it, and. But my dad's a very strong person. It's not like, oh, he's just decrepit. Very capable. Yeah. But, so he was kind of going for it, you know, but he had said that he had a couple doctor's appointments coming up that he needed to go to first. So he wanted to do that. And then we would discuss him coming up. So, and my one brother that's remaining lives in the Dalles, which is about 90 minutes east of Portland. It's like 2.5 hours from here. But so the only family he has left is here in Oregon. So anyway, I got a call the other day from his doctor in a clinic like 20 minutes from where he lives, saying that he had come in and was very short of breath and they transported him to a hospital in Santa Rosa. And he unbeknownst to me, or maybe he had told me this, I don't remember knowing this, but he has a cyst in his lung or a tumor, and he hasn't dealt with it. He's never done a scan on it.
Had it for years.
Had it since 2014, and that's my dad. You know, he's not going to go to the doctor and do a bunch of stuff. That's just not who he is. So let the tumor go. So now he goes and they take scan of it, and it's pressing on his heart so much that it's making him unable to breathe.
Yeah.
And the doctor said it's like 3 or 4 pounds. It's a 3 or 4 pound tumor in his lung. Crazy. Well, they knew at Santa Rosa that they couldn't deal with it, so they transported him by ambulance down to a very nice hospital in San Francisco. Mm-hmm. And they were going to go in and biopsy it because it's huge, and if it's malignant, they weren't going to be able to just remove it. Mm-hmm. So they were going in to do the biopsy, and he crashed. Mm-hmm. And so they intubated him to save his life, and then they couldn't do the biopsy that day because he'd already been through too much. So they did it the next day. Got in there, called me because they found another tumor that they wanted to know if they could biopsy. And so anyway, the biopsies come back benign, which is fabulous news. Mm-hmm. They're going in tomorrow morning, Monday morning, and, stem to stern, going to open them up just like for open heart surgery and get out what they can. Mm-hmm. They say that the risk there is that, it's up against a bunch of delicate organs and stuff. And the guy's 83. I mean, right. So it's not without risk, obviously, but the risk is relative to those things, his age and just
size.
Going into your lungs is kind of a thing,
Yeah, for sure.
And so we'll see what happens. But anyhow, it's been a deal. It's been a bit of a deal. And my brother and I have been in communication about what we're going to do, when he gets out of the hospital. We our end game is we would really like to move him up here.
Yeah, for sure.
Not in our house. If he needs to convalesce with us for a while, that's totally fine. But he wouldn't want to live with us in our house, and we wouldn't want that. Our house is made for 2 people,
right?
And one dog, and we've already got too many dogs. So. But he's very independent. He would not want to live dependent on someone. He doesn't want. He has a DNR. He doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to be kept alive that way. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know if I'll be ultimately going down to California. We've got some weather coming our way, so it's not great timing for that. My brother and his wife hopefully are going to be able to go down and assist him for the first couple weeks. Mm-hmm. My dad doesn't think he's going to be laid up much.
He's just going to be back to normal.
Yeah, he thinks like in a couple days he'll be driving. And we're like, Dad,
nope.
Okay, go ahead and think that.
Yeah, I mean, that's positive thinking. That's good.
Yeah,
It's a good way you want to kind of go in thinking that.
Exactly.
Yes.
I think he might be a little disappointed.
Yes.
But maybe he'll be, maybe he's right.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a strong guy.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
He could prove us all wrong.
Exactly.
Just to spite us.
Exactly.
Tell me what I can and can't do.
Bad.
Yeah, exactly. You wusses might need some recovery, but I don't.
I'm up and moving. Yeah.
If you've ever seen the movie Gran Torino with Clint Eastwood, he kind of reminds me of that guy.
Yeah, he's a tough guy.
Yeah. Sometimes says things he shouldn't.
Yeah. Kind of like
don't we all? Yeah, exactly. Right? I come by it honestly. Totally.
She can't help herself.
My dad and I are a lot alike.
Yeah. He's a great guy. So prayerfully tomorrow will go really well, smoothly, and they'll be able to remove it all.
Yeah.
Get it all. I wish they could check his heart too while they're at it. Doesn't need any stents. Doesn't need any I wonder if they checked all that.
Well,
kind of
I would
stuff.
think they would.
I mean,
but who knows? I sure don't know.
Yeah.
It's really hard that you can't go see. I mean, I really feel for people now. Like again, like I was saying last time, when you cannot, when my mom went through this, I was at the hospital constantly.
Totally.
Now, granted, it was here.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine being in that situation and having them not let you in.
No, I can't either.
And because San Francisco's a long ways from here, it's not like I have any desire to go.
Right.
Although, to be honest, if COVID wasn't a thing right now, I would totally fly down and be there.
Yeah.
And but there's no point in going to sit in a parking lot.
Right.
If God forbid something happened to one of my kids, I would probably get arrested. Because
I would too. I'd be arrested for sure. I'd bust
through the doors. I'd be there. I would be busting in. I'd be sneaking in. I'd be making a scene. I'd do whatever.
Climbing ladders to get to the window.
Exactly. You wouldn't be able to.
I'd be on the news.
I would die trying.
Me too.
Yeah.
Help couldn't keep me away from my kids.
No, exactly.
No way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
no way.
It's just really sad that.
Well, and your mom too was fortunate to be able to be in your home, you know, under your care. I mean,
because when my mom, you know, before she ultimately came home on hospice, it had been, you know, several years of COPD. We know she had the lung cancer for a long time. We didn't know, but in retrospect, obviously it had been there. But when she had been in the hospital after this big, massive heart attack that she'd suffered, and they put her on life support, didn't think she was going to make it. They told me I was going to have to decide when to take her off. And I tell you, I went into the chapel at that hospital and told God, I can't
just be the one that decides.
I just can't. And she ended up coming through. But anyway, when she had the tube in, but she was awake, every time I would go in that ICU, you know, unit, the little room that she was in, her numbers would go off the charts. She's getting really agitated. She was really upset. And I thought, oh my God, she thinks I put her here. She thinks I'm responsible for this. Well, no, what it ended up being, we found out later, was she tripped really bad on the morphine, and she thought there were demons and stuff on the ceiling. And so she wanted me to get out because she didn't want him to get me. And so when she ended up coming to our place she'd already lived with us, but when we brought her back at the very end on hospice, I was concerned about giving her the morphine, but she did fine. It was just being in a hospital, and then, you know, those drugs, who knows what they do to your head. And so
what time's the surgery tomorrow?
7:30 a.m.
Oh wow.
Bright and early.
We'll be praying for him.
Thank you.
Makes it through.
It would be, of course, nobody wants it would be really nice if my dad lived and we could get him up here and have a bit more of a, you know, like
family time.
Some family time, because I moved away from my dad when I was 12. And we didn't have a lot of, you know, I mean, it's just not the same.
No.
And it would be nice. Like when my mom, the last 6 years of my mom's life, her husband died the year that Renata was born. And it was so nice because then I got my mom back. Nice. I know it sounds terrible.
But I get it.
I got my mom back for several years before she died that I wouldn't have had that time with her. So
it's true. It's very true. No, that's a special time for sure, especially during the world we live in right now. It's like you treasure that time all the more than you used to. Even I think you appreciate it a lot more.
And some things happen that have changed my dad's perspective on life since he almost died. And I think this is just a great opportunity to, I think we could really, he's actually agreeable to moving up here, whereas before he, you know. So
that's awesome.
And
if he can move up here and still have it on his terms, as far as have some independence, not dependent on you, but be able to have you right there and have maybe family dinners once or twice a week where he can kind of socialize and be a part of a family unit.
And not just be all by himself.
I think he would love that. He would love that. It'd be like the best of both worlds. You know? So that'd be perfect.
So hopefully that'll be happening.
Yes.
And we'll be planning other things. So.
For sure.
We'll
for
see.
sure.
So
that's sad note.
I don't want to. I mean, it's sad, but it's
he's hopeful.
When I talked to him, when I first talked to him, he sounded horrible. But now that they've got him on the oxygen and he's he's where he needs to be.
Yes. Oh, completely.
And he could not be at a better. It's state of the art. He was saying that this hospital is only like 2 years old, so they've got the best specialists. They've got the best.
Well, and the fact that it is benign, right? Benign is the right word. Yes. That's very positive.
Yes, absolutely.
Hopefully they can remove all of it. If not all of it, but the majority of it to where he can breathe better and release the pressure on his heart. And
he said if there is anything malignant, he's not going to treat it. And I don't blame him at this stage in life. So.
For sure.
So anyway, that's what's been going on.
Well, and on that note too, if you guys think of the couple that I posted on Instagram. Yes.
Fruity Knitting.
Fruity Knitting, Andrew and Andrea. They're just such a sweet couple, and I'm sure everybody knows who they are. If you watch their podcast is just full of amazing content, and they're just the sweet. I don't know. You could just see the whole time you watch their podcast in the past, just the love they have for each other. They're just a neat couple. So when Knitting McPurley, Devin posted about how they were asking people just donate $5. If everybody did that, what a difference it would make. He's getting specialized treatment right now, which is horrendously expensive.
Oh gosh,
because he has, I think, a brain tumor.
Yeah.
Stage 4. Yeah, brain cancer. So, you know, if you guys have $5, you know, if everybody gave $5, it would make a huge difference just for his treatment, because I know any of us, you know, if we had a fighting chance, we wouldn't want money to get in the way.
No kidding.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Being able to try experimental treatment or stuff that maybe isn't accepted here yet, but is proven to work.
Yeah, because they live elsewhere.
Yes.
They're like in the UK or something, right?
Yeah. So, you know, if you can give. I don't know. It's cool. It's cool to be able to help in that way. I bought a sweatshirt. It's not coming for a couple weeks, but a friend of ours, actually I didn't know them super well, so I won't say friend, but a dear couple, the husband just passed away from cancer and lived a lot longer than they thought he would. He came home on hospice and lived like 8 months longer or something.
My gosh.
Like insane.
Wow.
But his motto in life was just contend. That was the word he always used. You know, contend for things, you know, fight against things, work hard for things. He was such a positive influence. People just loved him. And so anyway, they were doing not a GoFundMe, but like a fundraiser for sweatshirts. You could buy his sweatshirt that says contend, and it helps their family out. And it's just trying to find those little ways to help people out that, you know, even if you don't know them super well, but in this world, it's like, I just can't imagine being in that position and having money be the thing that keeps you from being able to help your loved one or to help pay for all these medical bills. Because being that he lived longer than expected, I'm sure the medical bills are
crazy,
insane.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's just interesting. I don't know, since the new year came, I've just been trying to look for little ways. And honestly, Bob's encouraged me. Like, he lately, I don't know what's going on, but he's just had such a heart for the homeless. He's been like giving money to the homeless, buying food for them, taking food to them. Like, he'll come home and he'll be like, yeah, I just bought this guy who was slumped over his shopping cart and asked me if he'd eaten today. He said no, so I bought him pizza and we ate pizza together. I was like,
nice.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's so nice. I usually am scared and run the other way, you know. I mean, he's a man, so, you know, it makes a difference.
Yeah, it does.
But it just encouraged me to be like, okay, how can I help in some small way? Because I don't have millions. I can't, like, you know, pay for someone's complete treatment.
Most of us don't.
Yeah, most of us don't. But if everybody pulls together and helps, it can make a difference, you know. So, yeah. So I'm thankful for your dad. It sounds like he probably has good care and good.
If, you know, I mean, whatever... I'm very positive about it. Like, I don't think I think he's going to be fine. Yeah. I don't know if that's delusional.
No, I feel positive about it too. I mean, if it would have been cancerous, that would have been more.
Yeah.
I feel like he's gotten and the fact that they're going to operate ASAP.
Yeah.
And hopefully give him the relief he needs, I think. And he is a fighter. He's not somebody that just gives up, you know. So
and he gave my deceased brother, a kidney. Yeah. And that's what he's comparing this to, you know, because when he gave his kidney, he was like...
How old was he though? I mean, that wasn't too long ago.
Probably about 14 years ago, maybe.
Gosh, it seems like just yesterday.
I'm trying to think. If
probably was the longer they go.
It was. Well, I think how long ago was 2014 was only 6 years ago. Yeah. And he's been dead longer than that. So I would say at least 10 years, maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure it's been longer than we think. Yeah. It's just, it seems like just yesterday. Time's just flying by.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I mean, not that it matters, but, you know, you get my wheels spinning. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The reason I can remember this, it was before was my mom alive?
No.
Yes.
Was she?
She was, because she's the one that bugged me to go pick up Ken, bring him over to our house one day. My brother Ken was convalescing at his sister-in-law's because he lived down in Grants Pass, like 5 hours away. Okay. And my mom guilted me into going and picking Ken up at his sister-in-law's, who lived in like Beaverton or something, and bringing him over to our place for a while to visit, so he wasn't just stuck there. And I got a photo radar ticket after dropping him back off in an area that I never drive. I mean, it was totally my fault. I'm not making excuses. Right. It was a spot that my husband had found and like set up because he worked the van sometimes. And so, he's the one that discovered this spot because it was a speed change. And, you know, they'd done warnings for a long time, and now it was time for enforcement. Yeah. And I was going 11 over, which had the speed limit not changed, I'd have been going 1 over. Still my fault. But I was so pissed because he found out, he got notified by the guy working the van. Hey, your wife just went through. It was when he was authorizing tickets, so it wasn't right then, but he was like signing the tickets or whatever, and he saw that it was us, and so he calls him and he's like, hey, and she's like, well, I mean, it wasn't like, do you want me to fix it? Because we wouldn't participate in that.
Yeah.
But so everyone at the traffic division knew that I'd gotten a ticket before I knew. Yeah. My husband, it hadn't even come in the mail.
I told you.
Damn it.
You got a ticket.
Yeah. But anyway, so that means my mom's been gone since
long time.
Like 16 years or 17 years or something.
Yeah.
So that was a long time ago. So yeah, he was probably in his 60s.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so that makes a difference.
Oh, definitely. Oh, it's a huge difference. Yeah, huge difference. Yeah, makes a big difference for sure.
Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, well, sorry for just working through all that with you guys.
Yeah. That's what we do, though. We work through our issues on the podcast.
That's our therapy.
That's right. Tell us what we should do.
Yeah, exactly.
Fix us. I don't think we're fixable.
No.
We'd have to care to be fixed, you know?
I think we care about some things. It's like what we're going to knit on.
That's right. That's right. And what we're going to rip out.
Yes.
What socks we're going to rip out. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So, all right. Well, thanks for joining us.
Yes.
If you don't come back for any more, we'll know it's because of what you found out about me that I did when I was like 12 or 13.
It wouldn't. Yeah, we wouldn't blame you for that.
Yeah. You don't want to associate with such hooligans.
That's right.
Exactly. So, what can we do?
But beware, she might come shovel poop all over your car or something, or fling poop. Yeah, do you still do that?
You're the one that's still flinging poop. I put the poop in
my
bucket.
own yard, though. In my own yard, but it is down a little ravine that nobody goes down.
So there's no more poop flinging.
Yeah,
no. To say we're over that.
We're over the poop flinging.
We're over the poop flinging. So,
and now you live somewhere where poop actually probably like helps your garden and stuff.
It's true. I could be hurling it somewhere, but that's more work. Honestly, I mean. Because
who's got time?
And then the dogs like to eat poop, and I just soon get it somewhere that they can't get into.
Far away.
Yeah,
so that's wise.
Glad we brought this back around to some poop talk. No more of that serious stuff.
It's always good to end it on poop talk.
That's common theme.
Yeah.
It's a thread that
like
binds.
We're like teenage boys.
Oh gosh, in a way. Oh, that's sad.
I know.
All right, we're gonna have to go think about
mature.
that. To have a drink and let that soak in. Come up with an action plan that will help us through this time of life.
Mature and grow up a little bit. Yeah, we've resorted back to our
Not that
childhood.
we care about what gender anyone is. Please don't tell us anything about that. Okie dokie.
All right.
Have a good couple weeks.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll see you if snow doesn't prevent us from
it's totally.
It's rainy snow.
Yeah, sorry, it's back to the boring stuff.
It's not beautiful white big flakes. No, unfortunately.
We're just full of disappointment.
We are. Wah wah.
All right. Bye, Eeyore.
I know. Depressing.
Exactly. Oh well. Okay. Bye.
Bye.